Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension, and today I wanted to do a shout-outs video. This is just a small shout-outs, and it falls into a couple of different categories. The first one is one of the channels that I watch. These first few are really big channels. But I really wanted to kind of showcase the kind of stuff that I watch and have been watching for a long time. The first one is Doughty, and these are not really in any order of, you know, what I prefer the best. This is just how I wrote them down. Doughty, he has a channel that's all about like expanding our consciousness. And he references materials like the Law of One, the Law of Attraction. He also references like Dolores Cannon stuff. Maybe Drunvalo Melchizedek. I'm not sure on that. But I will put his information. No, not up in the corner. That's what I was going to do. But I will put it down below. A link to his channel. Another one is David Wilcock. He's got a quite large channel as well. And for those that don't know who David Wilcock is, he is a writer. He has a few different books out. And you know how my memory is, guys, if you've been watching me for any length of time. So I made a nice list. Because people ask, well, do you have references? So guess what? He's a filmmaker. He's a researcher of ancient civilizations and consciousness sciences. That's a hard one. He was probably well known in the beginning for like ancient aliens. Sully, get out of there, Bubby. And the books that he's written are the Ascension Mysteries, the Source Field Investigations, and the Synchronicity Key. He has done other programs on the Gaia channel, which is like Cosmic Disclosure and Wisdom Teachings. Both are really, really good. And the most recent film that he did was called Above Majestic. Awesome movie. I think you can purchase it off of Amazon Prime. And there might be a couple other places too. I don't know. That's where I purchased it. Really eye-opening movie. Another channel that I follow is the Sphere Being Alliance. And that's like Corey Good. He is an insider that I talked about in the Aliens. Do you believe in aliens video that I made a few days ago. And I'm not going to really get into what that channel is about other than this. He came into contact with the sphere beings. So they get out of stuff. Never fails, right? With the sphere beings. And now there is a war that is going on. And there is an alliance. And that's really all I'm going to say. I'm going to put the channel down below. There's tons and tons of information on there. Another couple of videos that I wanted to, or channels that I really wanted to do a shout out, and I hadn't. And I had previously talked about this before, but the first one is Melissa, and the channel name is Natural Healer. For me, I had come in contact with Reiki 15 to 20 years ago, roughly. I used to be a independent Avon lady. One of my roles, right? And a beauty advisor and a recruiter, yada, yada, yada. I'm sure there's probably many that are going to be watching this that have done Avon. It's an old company. So, anyways, one of the ladies that I had recruited, she was actually a Reiki practitioner, and so were many members of her family. And this was something new that I had never heard of at the time. I had heard of other kinds of hands-on healing, but I had never heard of Reiki per se. So that kind of got my interest. But really, over a year ago, during meditation, I just started, and I don't know what made me do this, but I started actually feeling energy building up in my hands, and then I was moving it back and forth with my hands, and it was like a white sphere. So then I started researching it, and I found an online course through Udemy, and Melissa is the instructor for that, and she was absolutely wonderful. And I'm gonna have to pause this a second because Soli's getting into stuff. Okay. The joys of furry parenthood, right? So I took this online course on Udemy, and it was a master course. I got my master certificate in Reiki. It was wonderful. It taught me a lot, and yes, an attunement does come with that. I have heard other people mention that they did not believe that taking an online course for something like that could be beneficial maybe, or not work as well. And, you know, honestly, my reaction to that is, for some people, that could be the case. For some people that definitely want to be, you know, hands-on, or don't learn different ways, or choose to learn certain ways. I think everybody learns differently. Get out of stuff. Out. So, I just highly suggest people looking into it and then deciding for themselves. And if they feel like they didn't get what they wanted out of that course, then maybe try to find a practitioner near you. But I wouldn't rule anything out. Let's just put it that way. And I don't think everybody fits into the same mold, so to speak. So I wanted to shout her out, and I will put her channel down below for anyone that wants to check it out. Also, when I first started my tarot, journey, that's the word, I had first got the book. Oh, I don't have it right here with me. I got it through a Crate Joy subscription box, and it was like Party Tarot something or other. And the very first one that I got was like Tarot for Beginners, and it comes with the book. I've shown it before. I actually did a walkthrough. Get out of stuff. I actually did a walkthrough, so I will put that up in a card showing the walkthrough. But it was also the Gilded Tarot came with it by Ciro Marchetti. And so I did, the book was fabulous, and I did everything in that, you know, bonding with it, sleeping with it under your pillow for a couple of different nights, and, you know, pairing it with a crystal and cleansing it and just really using it and putting your body energy and all that into it. So afterwards, I decided I want to take a course. So I also took a course on Udemy, and the lady that was the instructor was just fabulous. Honestly, most people that are younger and don't have issues with retaining certain things, or anybody that really has a good memory, this is very beneficial. And there's workbooks. Udemy is not just you watch it and there you go. There's actually workbooks that go along with the courses. And then you have to take tests and all that good stuff, right? So I took that course. Her name is Sal Jade, and I will put her channel down below. I wanted to do a shout out because I thought the course was just fantastic. I learned tons with it. I feel like I became more confident with it. And she also has a Facebook group that is associated with that course of other students that you can actually, that I'm still a member of, that you can actually do readings back and forth with, which is a brilliant thing. So I will put that down below. And her name is Sal Jade. So I wanted to call her out, or shout out her video. Call her out. You guys know what I mean. So now here is a couple of channels that I really wanted to, and I want you to understand, these are not even close to all of the channels. I mean, I think I watch like 400 and some channels, or at least I have subscribed to, and I try to go back and forth. That's why it's so friggin' crazy, you know, and it takes a while sometimes for me to get to you. But there are a few that I really wanted to really make mention of. One of those is Amy over at Strength Reversed. Amy is wonderful. I've done 2 hashtags, and she's done both of those, and she was one of the first people to really jump on. And not only does that show me that she's a compassionate person, but she's a supportive person. And you know, she came over to my site and or my channel and would respond, and not just like, but actually comment. And you know, that's a wonderful thing. I'm sure most of you can relate to that. And not to mention, I have mad respect for her because she's a teacher. Anybody that can do that job, my hat's off to you, because that is a hard job. So another person that I wanted to discuss was, or give a shout out to their channel, and that's Mags over at the Woodland Hag. I know that she was just shouted out in Kellyanne Maddox on her channel on a shout out, which was wonderful. She completely deserves it. But I had to do a little shout out myself because Mags is such a deep intellectual and compassionate lady. And I know this is going to sound funny, but I watched her videos a few times and fell asleep. Not fell asleep because they were boring, but fell asleep because they were just so peaceful. I just felt so calm and relaxed when watching it. So I would have to turn around and rewatch it again. And then sometimes again, because she's just a very beautiful person. And I don't just mean beautiful on the outside, which she is, but I mean beautiful on the inside. And she's just so compassionate, and not to mention, she's always walking in most of her videos on a woodland path, and she's walking with her dog Toby, which I love dogs, I love animals, and the scenery is just so beautiful and breathtaking. I swear I get grounded just from watching her videos. And the amount of information that comes on her channel, her intelligence and her interests are very deep and varied, and it's just awesome, and I highly suggest it. And I'm going to put her, she just went over 1,000 subs, so she's not really a tiny channel, but she definitely needs to be much bigger than that. So I'm going to put her link down below as well. And another one that I wanted to talk about was, and he's been shouted out quite a few times, but I have to because I just love him, and that's why / Aquacorn over at OntheCuspTarot. Why is just a breath of fresh air. If you love comedy and love to laugh, I do. I just love it, and he is funny, but beyond that, he is just a very, even though he jokes around and makes light of things, you can see that he has strong emotions in certain areas, he's very diplomatic, and he's compassionate, and he's funny, and his editing is awesome. And, you know, I swear there's like no ego in him. I don't think I see any ego in him. Just nothing but just simply marvelous. Okay, I highly suggest going over and checking Y out. He is just awesome. He will definitely bring a smile to your face. Okay. A few other ones that I want to shout out. These are smaller channels, and these are people that I see. Some are newer, so I haven't seen them around a lot, but because they're so small, I really want to give a shout out for them and, you know, send people over. One is Stormi Night. My goodness. I see her comments all over the place. She is wonderfully supportive. And she's got a great sense of humor. She's got maybe 7 or 8 videos, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but great videos. And she's got this beautiful waterfall by where she works. And I know she said that it sucks that it's got to be at work, but I'm just thinking that is good. So if you're stressed at work and you really just need a breather, you step outside and just kind of calm yourself again by the waterfall. I mean, it just seems perfect. But I really wanted to shout out her channel. Go check it out. And I'll put the link down below. Also, Shai over EarthyShai Tarot. She is pretty new. She's just started making videos, and she's done some modifications and some other things. So, I haven't seen her around tons. Like I said, she's pretty new, but she's definitely worth checking out, and let's, you know, help her boost her channel. And then another one. She had mentioned this a little over a month ago, I believe, that she had finally decided to make a channel. And that is Yvette. Most of you know her as Yvette. Layla or Leia. And she's just a wonderfully supportive and smart and funny lady. I highly suggest you going over and checking out her other channel, which is Willow Rae, and I'm going to put that down below. As much support as she gives everybody else, we really need to give her some support and boost it up. And she's been making videos. I think she's on like 4 or 5, and I just watched a video of hers today, and it is of her container garden. It is awesome. She's got like rosemary and thyme and lavender and basil and she lives, I believe, in an apartment. So that was just right outside of her apartment. So that just, you know, like in her little porch area. So that just goes to show that, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. And she shows it. That's wonderful. So check her channel out. Another one that is actually getting, she's climbing pretty fast, I see. I know her name, but I'm not sure whether or not she lets other people know her name. I haven't paid attention that good whether or not she's said her name. But her channel is Willow Night Owl in Tennessee. She is a beautiful, beautiful person. She has had a rough time of it, to say the least. She's very empathic. And so that means the things that come from her come from the heart. She's just a really genuine person. And I remember one of the, and she's done a few. I'm not sure how long her channel has been around. I will put the link down below, but she definitely needs to be up higher as far as getting more subscribers so that they can see the beautiful person that she is. And one of them that I came into that she was doing live, this is one of the things that drew me to her. She was playing like drumming music, and she was up, she had something in her hand, and she's dancing around, and I'm like, I love that. She's like dancing around for people. while they're live coming on her channel. And she's a new channel. I'm like, this woman is open. She's loving. This is the kind of people that I want to surround myself with. So that is, I think that's it. I probably will end up doing more shout out videos, and I've already done another one previously. It was kind of lame, actually. I was just trying to keep it short and sweet, and it was during the 7 days, 7 VRs. So I like this way better. It kind of lets people know why you love their channel so much. So I hope you have enjoyed this. If so, give me a like, hit that subscribe. Don't forget about the little notification bell. And please take a look down below in the description and go and check out those channels that you have maybe not checked out before or don't know about. They definitely deserve for you to at least check them out. Thank you so much. Sending you love and light. Bye-bye.